Okay, we are going live on YouTube, and I want to welcome everybody to Wednesday night's training. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here this evening, this afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, whatever part of the world you're in. I know we have some people that wake up and watch us over in the UK at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's true dedication, and I appreciate that greatly. Everybody coming in to see us. Can everybody hear me okay? I can see the microphone doing its thing. The YouTube has started, so we're going to crank right into this thing. Tonight, we're going to be talking about SMS. As a matter of fact, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about SMS. And we're going to get down to some basics and we're going to get into some advanced SMS training. And you're probably saying, well, why would we get into SMS training? Because SMS marketing is part of your platform that you have. I have customers that just use SMS that I don't even have on a mobile app or anything else. They use SMS for their stores. I've got customers with e-commerce stores that blast out and use their e-com stores. And I sell just simply SMS to some customers, depending on what their needs are. And, you know, sometimes I think we get wrapped up where we don't really know what to do with SMS. And that is probably one of the greatest profit centers that you have, the most misused profit center, and probably the number one thing that people go out and sell and they walk away from their client and then they wonder why their client cancels over the next couple of days. So we're going to spend some time with SMS, okay? There are some changes coming with SMS. I will go ahead and let you know short codes are going away. The 27126 will be going away. We are working right now to get the new long codes in. AT&T announced a couple of months ago that the short code, the shared short code, is going away. Now you can still get short codes, but they're about $3,000 to set them up, and about anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a month. And if you would like to do that, we'd be more than happy to help you get that set up. But shared short codes are going away. Period. They are going away. We will be rolling out the new SMS. It's not really the new platform, but the new system to use here over the next couple of weeks. We're working on it now, and we will be taking you to that. That means, what does that mean? That means your customers will have to graduate from the 27126 over to the new number. Now, some of you are probably saying, well, what if they don't want to do that? They have no choice. Okay. We have no control over it. The carriers have total control over that. If the carriers come out and say you can't use shared short codes, then you can't use shared short codes. And that's just the way it is. So they're going to allow the 7-digit, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10-digit numbers again. Okay, just like we started off with Twilio, okay, back years ago. And then all the carriers came out and said, wait a minute, we want everybody to be on short codes. So we switched over to the 27126 because about 50% of the carriers quit receiving messages. And now they're going back and saying, oh, wait a minute, we're going to go back to the long codes. Okay. So you have to get your own long code, and we're going to allow you to text on that again. So that is coming. We will keep you in the loop on that. And as the changes come out, we will let you know what the new numbers are. It's going to pretty much be the same as it was with the Twilio system, where you're going to select your number. You'll be able to go in and select numbers for your customers, and or you can just use one number and share that with your customers. So, with that said, welcome to Wednesday night training here at the Appwizard Studio Training Center. We want to thank you for coming out this evening and being a part of our training presented by the Appwizard Studio team. And I just want to make sure this is going to change, and it did. If you have not joined our Facebook group, join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind. That's facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind. I had someone ask me about 2 weeks ago, said, hey, Kerry, how come you say that every week? Because we always have new people coming on, and we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to go to the AWS Mastermind. And because there's a lot of great information shared in there, a lot of learning information shared in there. We got several people that constantly post great learning tools in that group. But make sure that if you sign in, that your Facebook name is the same as your Appwizard Studio name. If you get denied, that means it wasn't. That's the first thing we check to keep spam down. And so just send us an email or go into the support system and just put in a ticket and say, hey, I'm trying to get in. This is my username on Facebook. Could you just approve me in the mastermind group? If you have not joined our YouTube channel, join our YouTube channel at Appwizard Studio. You will see this little icon right here. Matter of fact, Jerry Dietrich just asked me. He was been having trouble signing on. Okay, so he's got it in. He said he's got it tattooed on his butt now, so he doesn't have to worry about it anymore. And so, but he was going to go to YouTube. We do broadcast on YouTube at the exact same time that we are broadcasting on Zoom. So there you go. Real quick disclaimer. Appwizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you are watching training, you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics and different desires. Tonight, we're going to talk about SMS marketing, okay? And we're going to go to the basics, but then we're going to get into deep detail. And we're going to talk over the next couple of weeks about SMS marketing. And as I was saying in the pre-show, why are we going to do that? We're going to do that because I think it's an important piece that a lot of people are missing. It's a huge recurring income stream that a lot of people are missing. And the biggest piece of your business is recurring income. I mean, you've got to create recurring income, or one of two things happen. If you don't create recurring income, you literally work till you die, okay? Or you create recurring income, and you have to replace only about 20% of your customers a year to maintain the income level that you like doing. And it's a whole lot easier to go out and replace 20% a year than it is 100% every day. All right. And with SMS, one of the big problems with SMS, and we're going to talk about this, is people walk in, they'll set up an SMS campaign or what they think is an SMS campaign, and they walk away from the customer, and 2 months later, they're sending in an email saying, hey, this didn't work for the customer. They want to cancel their texting. The reason it didn't work for the customer is that you, as the marketing expert, did not go in and show them how to do it. And we're going to talk about that, okay? But what is SMS marketing? SMS marketing, and it's known by so many different things: text message marketing, mass texting, text blast. I mean, it's got a bunch of different names, but it's all the same thing, okay? And it is huge, all right? I mean, it grew from where it was back in 2011, 2010, 2011, 2012. 2012 is when I started using SMS campaigns. That's when I came into the mobile marketing sector. I wanted to use SMS built into an app for my roofing company. And so what I did is I tried to do it on my own. I tried to do a native app, and I got about 50% through with it. And I'm not a developer. I'm not a programmer, so I couldn't finish it. And I reached out to a couple of developers and said, hey, I want you to develop this for me. And they wanted $30,000. And I said, that's crazy. There's got to be a simpler way. And there wasn't a lot of texting platforms out there then. And so I found Appwizard Studio, and I said, wow, they got texting and they got an app. And literally I set up an app in less than an hour, just trying to figure it out for my roofing company. I attached the texting to it. All my reps had the texting on their app. And we literally went out door to door doing roofing inspections when no one else was doing anything, building a list with zip codes as the keywords. Okay, that's when we had the 10-digit codes. We built a list with zip codes. We went from $100,000 a year to $1.9 million the next year because we were always the first on the scene, because every area that we marketed to, when a hailstorm came through, we literally pushed a button. Okay, when we pushed that button, we sent out a blast to that zip code and said, hey, you had a potential hailstorm come through your area. Make sure you call us because we are your roofing company. And our phones literally lit up. I mean, it was just absolutely amazing what happened using SMS marketing. That took us to a place where I sold the roofing company and I went into mobile marketing and SMS full time. And that was in 2012. So if you're not using SMS, you need to use it. It's extremely the accessibility and ease to use SMS is huge. Okay, and you're not going to get any simpler than our system. It's gradually become the preferred form of contact by consumers across most industries. Many of you on here now use SMS. How many of you went to Sonic today because you got the SMS? Because everybody's heard me talk about that, right? So I literally on Wednesday mornings when the Sonic app, the Sonic ad comes out, people start texting me saying, "Carrie, did you get your ad? Did you get your ad? Did you get your ad? Did you get the ad?" I say, "Yeah, absolutely, I did." You know, and I go to Sonic every Wednesday because I get an SMS from them that says, "Carrie, come up and get the food today." Okay. And that's how powerful SMS is. Texting is an extreme powerful tool. And when used correctly, and I want you to listen to that word, when used correctly, can result in more lucrative communication between you and the business's targeted audience. Your business owner has to understand SMS marketing. But for your business owner to understand SMS marketing, you have to understand SMS marketing. Every business has its own particular audience. And next week, we're going to go deep into how to build an audience and how to make that work, okay? And how to do that. How does SMS work? How does SMS marketing work? I can tell you now, if you do it correctly, your business owners will never leave you. Because once they start building a list correctly, they're never going away. Because that list is one of the biggest tools to increase their footfall at the touch of a button that they have. Text marketing for each business begins in different ways. Okay. The key is to understand that text marketing is not about the personal device, cell phones, or tablets. Has nothing to do with that. Okay. It's about text enabling a number or short code that allows the customer to reach out to their consumers in large groups at one time, whether it be a list of 300 or 3,000, okay, at one time, and make it and get that message out to them and bring those customers back in. To do that, you have to have an SMS platform. And we've got an SMS platform. We've had an SMS platform since this company launched. We've had a marketing center since this company launched. And that's where this training comes in. Okay. That's where this training comes in. You have to have the ability, for one, to be able to do that. You have to have the ability to send out those text messages. You have to have the ability to share promotional materials, tips, reminders, whatever you're sending out, coupons, loyalty rewards, whatever is on the other end of that. You have to have the ability to be able to send those messages out. Text message marketing sees higher and faster open rates than any other thing out there, than any other form of digital marketing today. It is the absolute universal inbox, okay, for businesses around the globe. I get text messages every single day from businesses that are promoting their materials every single day. Okay. So understand this. This is a tool that is used for your client to reach out in the masses and touch their customers to bring them back in the door whenever they want them. And that's exactly how you need to explain it to your customers. This is a tool to reach out to your clients, to reach out to your customers in a mass way to bring them back in the door whenever you need them. Let's say that your client is a restaurant, okay? And this is huge for restaurants, okay? And if you have restaurants in your town that don't have SMS, you need to be talking to them tomorrow, because you have a platform that can do every single thing it needs to do and attach it to the app, okay? Attach it to the app. And now they've got a very, very powerful tool where they can send out anything they want. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute. Any questions before we get going? Okay. Any questions at all before we get going? What does it take to have a successful SMS marketing campaign? First off, it takes a user-friendly text marketing software. You're not going to get any more user friendly than ours. I mean, it is literally just a couple of boxes that you click on. You go in and you put the information in and push a button, and it goes out to your text list. You can segment your text list via keywords. Okay. So let's say that maybe, you have customers on the east side of town that come in and they're your hamburger crowd. And you got customers on the north end of town and they are your steak crowd. Okay. So when you're marketing, and we're going to talk about marketing and building your target next week and targeting your audience and building that net list next week, when you do that, okay, when that happens, okay, you're going to be able to segment that out. And if you've got a steak night going on, you want to target the steak people. If you got a hamburger sale going on, you want to target the hamburgers. If you sell desserts and let's say it's Valentine's Day, you want to target everybody. And you want to say, hey, everybody that brings in somebody, okay, whether it be your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever your significant other is or the other person is, if you bring them in tonight, you get a free dessert on us for Valentine's Day. What do you think that's going to do for that business? They're going to have people waiting in line because dessert's usually $4 to $5. So if there's two people, you just save them $10 to come in. And they're going to, on Valentine's Day, what do people do? They go out and do it right. They spend the most money they possibly can to impress the person that they're with. And they're going to buy the most expensive thing on the item. And they're going to tell that person, because they've usually been saving up for 3 or 4 months for this. And they're going to say, hey, we got free dessert tonight. So order whatever you want. If you want the $60 steak, get the $60 steak. If you want the $2.99 hamburger, get the $2.99 hamburger. All right. But we know that Valentine's Day is a huge time of year. Birthdays, and we're going to talk about birthday clubs. But we've got a very, very simple system that's extremely easy to use that you can segment out and in a click of a button, show your clients how to drive footfall back into their business. All right. Back into their business. Appwizard Studio designed our text messaging platform to be simple and as intuitive as possible. You will not find a simpler text messaging platform out there. Now, whether you do it for your client, and I do it for a lot of my clients, okay, they simply fill out a form and they send me the message and they tell me what date to send it out. I use a form on Google Forms. Okay, I use Google Forms. I get it in my email. It's got all the information on it that I need. They click on it. I have to have it 24 hours before the message goes out. And I simply copy and paste what they want. I literally take their message and put it in whatever they want. Okay. So it's extremely easy to do if you want to DFY. Okay. Done for you text message marketing. If you want to teach them how to do it, once again, it's extremely intuitive. It's very, very simple. It does everything for you. All you have to do is put it in there, show them how to put the information in there, and literally click a button. And that's all they need to do. And that's what you need to have a successful campaign, a simple system that everybody can use. Appwizard Studio makes sending text marketing campaigns as simple as clicking a button. When you're in talking to your clients and you're in sharing SMS marketing with them, the first thing you should do is show them how it works by letting them actually touch it. Okay. I've taught this since in the beginning. I've been selling like this since I was able to crawl and sell. Show and tell, show and sell. Text message marketing will sell itself if you just show them how it works. But you cannot just show them and walk away. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. Your customers include retail businesses. Every retail business, I don't care how small or how big, needs SMS. I don't care if it's a retail market and a flea market. They need SMS to let people know, hey, we're going to be here this weekend. These are the goods we have. What do? You send out a simple 160-character text message, and you drive them into the app to show them the products. Text message is huge for e-commerce. Okay, if you have an e-commerce store or your business has an e-commerce store, they need to be driving people via that message into their e-commerce store right in their app. Okay, churches, universities, schools, political campaigns. I mean, we're getting ready to go into political season. Last year in Chicago, and don't ask me why Chicago, but they got a hold of my name somehow, and they called me. I had 6 politicians using SMS. 6. Fix politicians using SMS. Okay. So it works. It happens. And politicians love SMS. Powerful SMS marketing features. Very simple and easy to use. Autoresponders. How many of you knew that we had autoresponders inside of our marketing center for SMS? How many of you set up the autoresponders and use those to drive people into other things? You see, it's an autoresponder as soon as they send the message, okay? As soon as they text the keyword and or go into, okay, they're going to receive a message back that says, hey, we're going to send you out messages. You need to opt in. Once they opt in, what happens? Another message goes out, and that is the autoresponder. Now they're in that autoresponder. Now you can go into the back of the platform, and we're going to show you how to set one of these up from start to finish when we get through these next couple of weeks. You can go in the back side of the platform, and you can go in and you can set up an autoresponder that will absolutely do a drip campaign to every single business out there. Okay. Drip campaigns are very, very powerful. You set them and you forget them, and you're sending out a message, and you can send as many as you want. You can set up the drip campaign to go out every Tuesday forever. Okay. It goes out automatically. You tell it what time to go out, and they receive the message, and they get it every single week. I can guarantee you that Sonic and Subway is set up on an autoresponder system because it comes in at the exact same time. No one is sitting there pushing a button. It's all automatic. So think about that just for a moment. As I say, it's all automatic. Okay. You're literally setting up automated campaigns that someone is paying you for every single month. And I always double my price. So if it's $15, I do 30, or if it's 25, I do 50. Okay. Whatever it is, that's what my pricing is. And I've been very, very, very successful doing that. Okay. Now for SMS campaigns, on a 500 campaign, you could go out and do $45 easily. Okay. I don't do that. I do exactly what I said I do, but you can go out there. And if you're doing a DFY system, you can get upwards to $90 a month for that, because you're doing everything for them. All they're doing is filling out a form 24 hours before that you do that, and they send it to you. Then you set them up an autoresponder system where you don't even have to go in and change anything. You can get every single weekly ad from them at one time and set up the whole month. You can literally set up 6 months in advance if they know what their sales are going to be. And a lot of businesses know 60, 90 days in advance what their sales are going to be. Why? Because they have to plan for that in their budget. App forms. We all know that you can build an app in the Appwizard system, okay? And you can put a form in there to collect the data that you need to send out the message. Let your fans opt into your text messages right from your web app, okay, or your website. Okay, we have a widget in the back of the platform where you can actually have them put that on a website, and they can opt in from your website using a simple form. Birthday clubs. Been teaching birthday clubs for years. Okay, birthday clubs, if you're not out selling them, you need to be. It is the most popular form of SMS messaging there is for businesses around the country. Why? Because you set it and forget it, and it absolutely drives customers in on birthdays. It works. For restaurants, it can increase business up to 60 to 70%, okay, for the year with a birthday club. Why is that? Because when somebody has a birthday, they don't go out by themselves. It's just like Valentine's Day, okay? If you want to drive a large group into a business on Valentine's Day, especially, let's say, a florist, all right? Ordered flowers today, it was $160. All right, $160. Now, I didn't have to be reminded, but a lot of people need to be reminded because they forget what day it is. We get busy, So a florist sends out, hey, order early. Let's say they send it out on the Friday before the 14th and Friday, say the 10th or something. Order early and get 10% off. And they go to the app and they go into their store and they order what they want, and it's done. Very simple, very quick, very easy. All right. You can do the birthday app that way. You can use it as a Valentine app because you're going to set the message. You can set it for whatever you want to set it for, and you can develop that. All right. You don't have to use just one app. Let's say that you want to set up a Valentine's app for a business, and you want to set up a birthday app for a business, and you want to set up an anniversary app for a business. It's all the same system. You just need to set them up 3 different sign-in forms. And what you can do is you can actually go in and take those sign-up forms off of all 3 apps and drop them into one app. Hey, sign up for our special anniversaries. Sign up for our birthdays. Sign up for Valentine's Day. You know, you could literally put all 3 of those forms into one app. It's going to take you 2 or 3 apps to create that. But at 3 apps and you're charging them $49 a piece to do that, okay? You put them all into one app and you're doing about a 2,500 text messages because you got 3 different systems bringing that in. You can create a huge residual income just doing something as simple as that. Loyalty rewards. Loyalty rewards are huge. We have a great loyalty rewards program. Matter of fact, we use the same loyalty rewards program that Subway uses. Okay? The exact same loyalty rewards program that Subway uses. And I know that because I go to Subway every week on Thursdays and get a 6-inch club, all right, using their app because I get an SMS message and it's got a link to their loyalty rewards card. And I go there and I check out and I get it. Now, how did I get that? How did I know that they had that? Because one day I was checking out at the Subway in my hometown, and right there on the counter, they had a table tent that said, join our loyalty rewards program. Text Subway to their short code. I got a link and I signed up for their loyalty program. But more importantly, I got on their text message list. You see, you have to market in order to build a list. And we're going to get into that very, very heavy next week. How to build a list. Okay. So loyalty rewards, where do you want them signing up for loyalty rewards at? When they're checking out. Okay. When they're checking out. And, or if you've got some print advertisement, you can put the phone number and the keyword in there and say, hey, join our loyalty rewards program. Text this keyword to this number. If people aren't doing that, they're never going to build a list. You can't sit there and expect people to walk into a store and be able to build a list. It just does not happen. It doesn't happen, okay? The number one question on every mind is, how do you turn your target audience into subscribers? Everybody asks that question. How do you turn your target audience into subscribers? Securing subscribers is the most crucial step to any text marketing campaign. I can tell you now, if you're not securing subscribers, and if your client does not know how to secure subscribers, say that 3 times real quick. Secure subscribers. I can't even say it one time. Secure subscribers, then what's going to happen? They're going to drop out because their list isn't working. That's where you, as the marketing professional, that's where you have to come in, and that's where you have to show them how to build that list. And if you're not doing that, then you are literally cheating your customer because they don't have a clue how to do it. And that's what we're going to be teaching you, is how to secure these subscribers using SMS. Okay. Text marketing doesn't take a one-size-fits-all approach. It all depends on the business and what their target market is. And we're going to show you how to drill down and find out what a company's target market is. But you have to understand their market. You know, if you're going in a baby store, all right, then you want to market to people who what? Are in the baby market. Those that have children, okay? I'm not talking about teenagers. I'm talking babies. Where do you get that list built? Okay, if you're advertising, you want to put that number on that particular advertising because these people are advertising in areas where they're advertising to that target market. You want to make sure that the people that come in that are buying, okay, whether it be the grandmother, the mother, the grandmother-to-be, the mother-in-law, whoever it is, okay, because that baby's going to be a baby, what, for a couple of 3 years, all right? Then they become a toddler. And if you sell toddler stuff, you still have a great market list, all right? But what happens is we just expect people to walk into a door and say, whoa, guess what? I can market to every single person out there, and it just doesn't work that way. You have to understand the target market. You have to understand where you're going, and the only way to do that is talk to your customer. It's a little more than just walking in and saying, hey, I've got some text message marketing. You want to sign up for it? Yeah, how much is it? It's $45 a month. Great. Set me up, and you walk out, and then 2 months later, they're going to cancel because you didn't understand how to set them up properly. Every business is different. Every customer base is different. You go to a used tire shop, I can tell you right now, they've got a huge database that's different than the new tire shop. Totally different. Okay. People that are buying used tires either have older cars that they just don't want to put new tires on, or they can't afford, $300 to put new tires all the way around their car, but they can afford $40 a piece. So who are you going to market those used tires to? To the used tire market. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. One of the most common questions from your customers will be, how do I get subscribers? And you've got to be able to share that with them. Your number one emphasis when you get started on the campaign should be getting subscribers first. Not, oh my gosh, we got to send all this other stuff out. It should be getting subscribers first. Building the list. If you don't have subscribers, you have absolutely no one to send anything out to. No one. Zero, zilch, not going to happen. Okay? Not going to happen. All right? You have to have subscribers, and you've got to show your clients how to get those subscribers. You've got to walk them through and show them step by step how to get subscribers. You need to show them that they need to get banners. You need to show them that they need to get table tents. You need to show them that they need to get window clings, and put that information out there so that when people walk into their stores, they walk in and they see that data. Okay. They see that data and they're able to do that. When we're talking about targeting audiences next week, I want to take you into banner buzz. I want everybody to write that down. Let me put this in the comment thing right here so that between now and next week, you can look. Bannerbuzz.com. I order stuff from these guys every single week. Okay. Bannerbuzz.com. They have exceptional prices. Now, we'll tell you they are an overseas company, so it takes a few days for it to get in. But even with the shipping, they're cheaper than anybody I found in the States. And they do exceptional work. Exceptional work. I highly recommend bannerbuzz.com. All right. Without question, getting subscribers is the most difficult part. How many of you have gone out and tried to build a list, a text message list? Anybody? Yes, yes, yes. No, you haven't. No, yes. What building the list is tough, right? I mean, getting those first people to come in is hard. And it's usually hard because we don't market correctly. There's newspapers out there that these people are advertising in. They've got to put the signage up in their stores. They have to do that. That is their number one target market. They have to put the signage up in the stores. If they don't do that, if they're not willing to do that, if they're not willing to go with the complete plan, I will tell you now, you are wasting your time and energy setting them up as an SMS customer. If they're not willing to spend the money that it takes to set up the campaigns and do what they need to do, okay? And it's not expensive. I mean, you can do it for less than $200 or $300. Set the entire campaign up with the banners and putting the banners in the stores, putting some hanging banners up, putting the table tents up by the cashier. You can get the whole thing set up for $200 or $300. But if they're not willing to do that, and I know it's hard to say walk away from a customer. You're going to be a headache, a pain in your butt, because it's not going to work for them because they did not do what you told them to do. You're better off losing $90, okay? You're better off losing $90 than you are taking them on as a customer because it's not going to work for them. They're not going to get subscribers. I don't care what you tell them. You can put a magic wand, in the middle of the store, and subscribers still are not going to sign up. So if you ever have to walk away from a customer, if you ever have to turn away, and say, I'm just not going to do this anymore, then walk away. Because you're not helping them, because they're not helping you be able to do what you're there to do and help them market. It's extremely difficult to do. It takes work. You can't just walk in, sell the service, and walk out. If you do that, you're going to lose them as a customer. And trust me, I have people call me every day and say, man, you're not going to believe this. I had 10 SMS subscribers cancel this month. How long you had them? Less than 90 days. What did you do to help them build their business? That not one of them had anybody on their list. Then I go back to the same question. What did you do to help them build their business? Did they have signage in their stores? Are they advertising? They're advertising anyway. It doesn't cost any more money to put another line of text in their app. Okay? Text subscribe to this number. It doesn't cost any more money to do that. All right? But they have to take initiative, and you have to bring it to their attention that, hey, let's rearrange this ad and physically get that paper out that they've got their ads in, because they've got them sitting around everywhere, and show them on that ad. Say, hey, why don't you take this right here, call the newspaper, and tell them to put this in your ad, because they've already got the copy. Okay, they've already got the copy. Most of these guys do the same ad every single week in these little publications, these free publications that are out there, the little shoppers and that kind of stuff. They very seldom change their ads. So get the SMS information out there. People actually read those. People read those little free shoppers all the time. Okay. Every time I go to McDonald's here, they got 3 of them sitting out front in a little box. And I pull all 3 of them because I go in there and look, and I find customers. Okay. I say, okay, I'm going to call this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. I'm going to set up an appointment with him. I'm going to go by and see him. I get a lot of customers from those little shoppers, a ton of customers from those little shoppers. The return it pays when you finally make it click is phenomenal, because now you've got a recurring customer that's going to stay with you forever. They're not going to leave because they've got a list, and they're doing exactly what you said they were going to do. They've built it correctly. They've used the signage. They've used the ads. They've done all that stuff. They've used Facebook. Okay. They've used Twitter. They've used Snapchat. They've used Instagram, and they're getting people on their list using local marketing techniques to drive those people. I've got a friend in Canada. He does over $300,000 a month in text message marketing alone. That's all he does. I mean, he isn't into anything else. That's all he does. Got a friend in Tennessee, in Memphis, Tennessee. He's got 3 sales reps. They sell an SMS package for 1,000 SMS, okay, for $199 a month. And I was talking to him about 3 weeks ago. He was looking at one of the products I have, because he's wanting to implement it with his text message marketing. And right now he's doing about $70,000 a month, just under 70,000. He's built his customers. He's only been doing it for a year. He's built his customer base on nothing but SMS. That's how powerful SMS is. And we go into these businesses and we say, gosh, man, this hasn't worked for me. Well, it hasn't worked for you because you haven't done it right either. Okay. If your customers are backing out, that's because you left them hanging, because you didn't put the work in, and you didn't make them put the work in. I didn't say that it's going to be easy. I said, you've got to make them put the work in. You've got to follow up with them. If you go out and get 10 new SMS customers this week, okay, and they're going to be paying you, they pay you $149 to set it up and $49 a month. Okay. You don't want to lose that. I mean, it's great making $1,500 this week because you got 10 customers, but it's even greater knowing that all 10 of those is paying you $490 a month. And you did it again next week, and you did it again next week, and you did it again next week. And now this month just created $2,000 of recurring income just off of 10 customers a week. You've created a huge recurring income base. It's very, very powerful. Next week, we're going to go into who is your client's target market. It's going to be 45 to 50 minutes long. I've already written the slides. Okay, that's the reason we're not going into it tonight. I want you to take this elephant, and we're going to eat it one bite at a time, because I truly believe that if you will seriously sit down and focus on selling SMS the way it's supposed to be sold, that your business will truly change overnight. Your income, your recurring income will totally change overnight. There is no question to that. Zero question to that. What SMS can do for you. Not only do for you, but do for your clients. Okay. This is what's amazing. I can go into people's platforms right now that are selling selling apps. Okay. And they don't have SMS attached to their own app. You cannot sell something you do not know. And if you do not have SMS on there, you're not going to walk into a store and sell it. It's not going to happen. You have to show them exactly how it works, and you have to talk to them what it takes to build a business, how to build that SMS list. And then if they're ready to do it and they're ready to spend the money because they need the signage, they need everything that you're talking about, if they're willing to do that, then they can have a very successful SMS campaign. If they're not willing to do that, thank them, shake their hand, and tell them, hey, when you're ready to build this thing, let me know, because it will increase your footfall. SMS messages are read within 3 seconds. Okay, 3 to 5 seconds. Everybody's got their phone right by. If I sent you a message right now, you'd pick up the phone and check it, and I told you I sent it. You know, it's just the way we are. It's the way we're wired. We listen to that. Okay. Any questions at all? Thank you. When you hear it, I mean, you hear us talk about SMS all the time. And, when you hear it from a different perspective, from a business perspective, really, that, hey, this is a business in itself. What the heck am I doing? And you can set up an SMS campaign a lot quicker. I mean, you can set up an app, a business card in 20 minutes. You can set up an SMS campaign in 5. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. It takes on a whole new meaning. I know. And that's the reason I'm going to do this. We haven't done this in a long, long, long time. Talked about SMS in this fashion. And I actually want to break it down a little bit more so everybody understands how easy it is to, number one, to do it, to sell it, but the steps you have to take to make it work. And I truly believe that's where the breakdown is people don't take the steps to make it work. And then they lose the customer. And then they're upset. They say, well, this didn't work. Well, yeah, because you didn't do it right. Absolutely. Thank you. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out to training tonight. Greatly appreciate you so much. Love each and every one of you. We will continue next week with who is your client's target market. And we're going to go deep into that. We're going to show you some tips and tricks, some things to do that you need to do. And I think you'll truly enjoy it. So let everybody know they need to be here if they want to increase their revenue. And that's really what we're here for, is to teach you how to increase your revenue. Everybody have a great weekend. Everybody have a great Valentine's Day. For all of you on here that are going to be celebrating with your loved one tomorrow night, I wish you the best. It's a great day. Good night.